This is 40-year-old Nigel Max Edge. This is the gentleman responsible for the South Carolina Southport waterboat front shooting. This is him. Take a good look. Take a good look. Another one. Didn't I just tell y'all that this shit was not gonna stop? That it was gonna be another one? And here we are. These shootings are happening back to back. And he is another war veteran. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's being reported that Nigel was sitting in his boat watching the people at the waterfront bar before he decided to open fire with his machine gun, wounding 5 people and killing 3 people, y'all. In the midst of the chaos, some of the employees noticed Nigel was the one that was doing the shooting. See, Nigel here, he had been a customer going in and out of that waterfront bar, yeah? But this is the thing, they noticed him because he wasn't a customer that always came in the bar dressed up in uniform. After he was done emptying out his machine gun on that waterfront bar, he dipped off. He didn't get far, y'all. He did not get far. A half hour later, they got a hold of his ass, the Coast Guards. Yep. They seen the bulletin going all over Facebook about there being a mass shooting out there in Southport, South Carolina, that the Coast Guards was on it. They said he has been once upon a time linked to American Idol past winner, Kelly Pickler. Yep, that's his date, right there. So now there's been about 5 mass shootings. No, about 7 mass shootings within a month. Yep. Let that sink in. And I keep telling y'all it's gonna get worse before it get better. You have this motherfucker in Grand Blanc, Michigan doing this bullshit, and then you got Nigel. You got Thomas, and now you got Nigel. These 2 motherfuckers right here. The fact that I'm hearing right now while I'm talking to y'all that is another one happening in Louisiana on Bourbon Street. It's madness. It's sad. It shouldn't be happening. It's also being reported that majority of the victims are just tourists, y'all. That's what I mean. Remember what I said earlier about not being safe, going out, doing anything because of these mass pew-pews? Now 3 people lost their lives being out trying to have fun.
We are following some breaking news that we did want to share with you. This is according to the Associated Press that 4 people have died, 20 others injured in a shooting at a bar on a South Carolina island. And I did want to share this live look with you from this particular area right here. This is a live look from South Carolina. According to the Associated Press, this is the very latest. A mass shooting at a crowded bar on a South Carolina island has left 4 people dead and at least 20 injured. That's according to officials. So this is on St. Helena Island right here. This occurred early Sunday at Willie's Bar and Grill. A large crowd was at the scene when sheriff's deputies arrived and found several people suffering from gunshot wounds. According to the sheriff's office, they said, quote, multiple victims and witnesses ran to the nearby businesses and properties seeking shelter from the gunshots. The statement continued saying, quote, this is a tragic and difficult incident for everyone. We ask for your patience as we continue to investigate this incident. Our thoughts are with all of the victims and their loved ones.
A teenager has been charged and campus remains on lockdown following a fatal shooting at South Carolina State University's Eugene Suites on Saturday. According to the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, 2 separate shootings on campus, thought to be unrelated, are being investigated. 1 young woman was killed in the shootings. The Orangeburg County Coroner's Office has identified that victim as 19-year-old Jalea Butler from Saluda. So far, 1 arrest has been made. SLED is charging 18-year-old Matthew Daniel McCoy with pointing and presenting a firearm identified as a Glock handgun and carrying a weapon on school property. The university remains in lockdown until further notice, meaning no one who isn't a student or staff is allowed on campus. Remaining homecoming events were canceled this weekend after the incidents.
We're getting a look at some new video from Chesterfield County and the shooting that left a 9-year-old dead. Security cameras at the gas station recorded as the violence erupted. Queen City News reporter David Schumann takes us through the new images we're getting.
In the parking lot of the Blue Sky Mart in Pageland early Sunday morning, a few people milled about by their car. A pickup truck shows up, and a second group inside soon makes their way over toward the first. It's difficult to make out what goes on between them, but about a minute later, what appear to be muzzle flashes go off. The second group runs back toward the pickup, and at the right of the frame, one of them lifts what looks to be a large gun. At the same time, more muzzle flashes appear to go off from the passenger seat of the truck. Kevin Moons owned this store for decades and says he thinks it's crazy what happened.
You've been here 30 years. Yeah. Has anything like this ever happened?
No, never.
The Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office says a 9-year-old was killed in the shooting. A cousin of the boy told us he was an energetic and goofy kid who loved fishing and being outside. The Sheriff's Office says 7 juveniles and 4 adults were taken into custody.
That's awful. I never had nothing like this since I was growing up here. More people's getting shot, getting more violent.
Investigators haven't shared anything about what led to the shooting or why the child was there. He was a 4th grader at Pageland Elementary School. The school had counselors available for emotional support on Monday. In Pageland, David Schumann, Queen City News.
In a statement, Pageland Elementary School's principal is calling Brody's death unimaginable, and his memory will continue to inspire love.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.
For those of y'all that don't know what happened last night at South Carolina State University in Orangeburg, I was there, but I regret going there so much. I was pulling up when I first heard about the news about it was one girl that got in the head and she ended up passing away. And then they were saying it was 3 more girls that got, and in total it was 4 girls who got, and then 3 of them passed away. And then they said at Claflin 10 people was, and they were injured. But y'all gonna see on the news article today, whatever happened last night. But that shit just threw me off last night. I just couldn't be there, and I'm definitely not going back to no homecoming in Orangeburg, because that's not a good look. And I really do hope the family sue them. What happened to that girl, because she went to the college. She went to the college, and y'all got people that's not even on campus. Don't even go to the college, coming there and took her life. By the way, this happened on the college campus, and they closed the campus down. When he got arrested, he told the police that the bullets was not meant for her. What the fuck? How are you going to say the bullets weren't meant for her when bullets don't have a name on it? You going to be spending a lifetime in jail over some beef that you're not going to care about in the next 5 years. But I really do hope and pray that all the girls get justice and whoever goes to jail, because that is so fucked up. That's fucked up. A college homecoming. Could you imagine?
Good evening, everybody. It's another day on Sunday. Decided to take a walk. Oh, man. It is hot here in Florida. I was watching TV today. Just seen that an airplane crashed in Texas. Condolences to the family. And there's a lot of mass shooting going on in the state of South Carolina. And they just had another one today. They had one at a football game and at schools. I'm trying to figure something out, because, you got to use sense, your common sense in everything that you do. We have this administration want to send the National Guards to Portland, Oregon, and Chicago, to the Democratic states run by Democratic governors. But I can recall within the last 2 weeks, besides Utah, the killing of Charlie Kirk, Texas is a red state run by a Republican governor, and South Carolina is also a red state run by a Republican governor, and you're not trying to send the National Guards there. I don't get it. What sense does that make? See, this is the problem with the people in the United States today. And I don't come with whether you're Republican or Democrat. I come with you right or when you're wrong, or this person's right or this person's wrong. I don't have no problem here. It's common sense. The way the EBT system was being run, and how people that was getting all this exorbitant amount of funds on their cards and they was buying junk food, people were selling their stamps to other people, getting their hair and nails done, and whoever else knows allegedly what they was doing with the money. But it kind of baffled me that instead of picking on, oh, this state here, why don't you send the National Guards to where the problem is? South Carolina had about 3 or 4 shootings in the last 4 or 5 days. The big state of Texas had shootings. Utah, they murdered Charlie Kirk. And you're so worried about Portland, which is all fabricated. If any of y'all looking on the social media today about Chicago, it's fabricated. Those you got people that's uploading from what yesterday. And the only thing that I've seen all day yesterday was when the state police was telling people to move back. And I guess they had to rah up a few people. But the same people running this over, and they just put different pictures on the thumbnails to attract their attention. And then you have a lot of uneducated people, because they don't have common sense to say, let me go and look and fact check. You see, people want to talk about fake news, independent news, have really came up from Chris Cuomo to Don Lemon and Joy Reid. You got a lot of the independent guys from the Midas Touch. You know, they're giving us the real facts of what's going on. I mean, they constantly banging it. And then meanwhile, you have Donald Trump Truth Social for him to put out what he want people to know. And see, that's the problem. Yo only gonna go by what he say. That's his narrative. But you would not take the 5 minutes to go and say, well, let me see if this is true. People, I know it took a long time for y'all to understand the dumbing down of Americans, but you can't be this dumb. Use your sense. Use your common sense. Check out what's going on. Research, fact check. That's all you gotta do. That's all you have to do. It's so simple. That's all. This is VANSILK. Common sense. Use your brain.